Hi guys, what's up? Zach here. Today we are here with the finale of the GP3 Championship. Now, I've got to tell you guys, this wasn't supposed to be the final round of the Championship, but the round I recorded before this, actually, I forgot to record the result, so that's a bit embarrassing, but you can see I get a terrible start from near the back of the grid. I think I started, was it in 21st place? I don't even know. I didn't even have a quick look there, but started down the order and, you know, a bit of problems around here in Spa, and this isn't the modern day Spa, it's the slightly different Spa, where you'll see at the end of the lap the last chicanes are a little bit different, so you'll see that when we get to the end of the lap, but apart from that it's pretty much exactly the same. But going through Eau Rouge, there's a bit of an accident in front. Looks like two cars have got together. I think that's Melker and is it Vinio? I think it might be, and we took the risk. I knew that it was going to be hard to do well from near the back of the grid. Obviously I could see before I started the race where my random grid position was, but I decided to put the low downforce on, pretty much as low as you can get in these cars. So I sort of risked it for a biscuit in a way. I didn't know how many points I could get from this sort of position, but you know, this is the race that entailed. And obviously as Spa is such a long circuit, we're only doing 3 laps here just to make sure that we get to the end of the race in good time, obviously, because GP3 cars are still quite a bit slower than F1 cars, and F1 cars I think get around to about 148 or something. So we're diving down the inside of a couple of people there, and you might see there is one little error with this. I was playing about with another mod, which I might be doing a series on soon, and I ended up having 32 cars on, not 27, so what I'm going to be doing is, you know, if there's 2 people of the same name in the top 10, what I'll do is take out the bottom person and then move everyone like else behind them up a position. If that makes any sense whatsoever, to make sure that we just have the legitimate 27 drivers, obviously not 32. That was just an accident, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but I still think this was a good race, and I thought, you know, I can't just throw away this footage. It was a really good comeback. So currently in 14th position, and now we've got the long run up to the final chicanes. Obviously got 2 little, you know, I suppose you call them turns, but you don't really do much. You don't really even lift in these sort of cars. They're not going that fast. Obviously we're hitting about 150, 160 miles an hour through here. I do a shift down, but I don't think I lifted through there. A shift down was just to slow it up a tiny bit. Now going into the final chicane, you can see it goes left right, not right left. So a bit different. Then you've got this little kink here, so it's a little bit different. You can see that really unsettled the car there when I threw it over the curbs. Probably not the best thing to be doing in a championship finale here. But now going into turn 1, I lock up quite a bit and run in way too wide. And I'm full lock through the corner and so close to hitting that barrier there. And if I'd hit that barrier, probably would have had a bit of damage to the suspension or something, and that would have been my championship. So I was very lucky that I didn't have a crash there, and now I just need to have an absolutely amazing rest of the lap so I can catch up to the back of Sims and Bottas, and is it Evans? I think that is. I can just read about it on my tiny little screen here, or preview screen I should say. So we've got up behind us, we've got, I think it's Vinio who's trying to look through, and Vinio is looking around, and there looks like a really big lunge behind us. Unfortunately I was stupid enough not to have the sort of standings in the bottom right hand corner, so I don't know who that was diving down the inside. I think it was the Carlin car, it might have been Dillman, but we've put it up the inside there on the status Grand Prix cars. That would have been Alexander Sims, and a little bit glitching out here when I crashed, well, not really crashed, but I drove into the back of Evans' car, making a tiny bit of contact. Evans gets back through, and coincidentally, just a GP3 fact, so far Evans is the only GP3 champion as Chavez drives into the gravel that didn't win on his debut year. So who knows what's going to happen this year. I'm recording this a bit in advance. I'm rooting for Yellow Lee to win the championship, but Alexander Sims winning the championship would be good as well. But there's quite a lot of contact to track my attention right back to the action, as there's cars all over the place. Garelli has lost a front and rear wing, which is not good for him whatsoever, obviously, around Spa. And through Eau Rouge, you're going to be needing that downforce. The part in the middle of the lap definitely does need a bit of downforce, but I suppose the rest of the lap, there isn't a huge amount to it. It's just normally flat out stuff for you. But Pedro Nunes, who's only scored, I think, 4 points up to this point of the season, he is actually leading this race, and it's on course for 25 points. Currently, I think he's down at about sort of about 15th to 20th position in the standings. I can't really work it out now. I wasn't really working it out race by race, the whole order. I was just jotting down the points, and You know, I wanted this to be a 6-round series, but it's ended up being a 5-round series, so I'm sorry about that. But here we are, the final lap of the season, and if you would like to see more stuff like this, just let me know. I'm really happy to do stuff like this, as I just love rFactor 1. And I think actually the problem with the resolution is something to do with this mod, because I went on a different mod and it was perfectly fine, so I'm a bit confused about that, but whatever. Going through a Rouge, pretty much flat out. We left it in 5th there. That was something I was thinking about as I was going around. I've got to leave it in 5th while I go through a Rouge, just because I've got that long gearing, so I thought it'd be good. It's obviously the hill slows you down, so I was thinking about that. I was thinking about all those little things. I mean, I wanted to get as good a position as possible. Obviously, here in 8th, that is 4 championship points, and Bottas, actually a championship rival, will be getting 6 points. And who knows? Those couple of points could actually change the championship. So, you know, obviously we all want to get as many points as possible. And at the moment, going into this round, my closest rivals got Palkis there and Williamson, both less than 10 points behind me. Going into this round, I've got 43 points. Williamson's got 34, and Palkis has got 36. And apart from that, we haven't got a huge amount of people that are close to us. Bachetta's got 26, Bottas got 30. So, you know, you got some people in there. So, we had some sort of issues in front by the looks of it, and Dominic Story, I think it's Dominic Story, is going very slowly, and he got round him up a position. Bottas, Lukasevic, Muller, they're all going very fast, and it's very hard for me to catch them, even with my low downforce. Maybe another lap, and we could see a very different story in this race. But there's really not much I can do now. We're just pretty much flat out until we get to the last chicane or two, and that is going to be the championship. I mean, overall there's been so much action in this championship. I'd really like to do another one, maybe on a different mod, maybe you know, maybe like Formula Renault 2.0 or something. I don't know. I really do like the slower Formula cars, and I know it sounds really stupid, but I just enjoy driving slower Formula cars more than the faster ones. I don't know. I'm just a bit weird in that. Most people prefer driving a Formula 1 car to a GP3 car, but I think I'm the other way around. But I go to turn 1, not knowing what I am, or where I am in the championship. I knew obviously going into this race I was the leader, but for example, if Williamson or Palkis got the 2nd or 3rd, I think they would actually be champions here. So looking at the results, it's Nunes, Smith, Haryanto, Muller, Lukasevic, Bottas, myself, Story, Evans and Alexander Sims is your top 10. And there we are. That is the championship. And pretty happy with that. I mean, it's less than 2 race wins I got over 5 races. But still, I got a really good, you know, advantage, and I took that win, and I was consistent. I scored in every race, so I won with 49 points. Bottas in P2 with 38, and Palkis with 36, 34 for Williamson, and Nunes, who got 4 points going into this round, and then got 25 for the win. Actually ends up 5th place in the championship, and incredibly, every single person in the championship scored a point. It went down to the last race. Haryanto and Sims, neither of them had scored going into this final race, but they both did in the final round of the season. So really good stuff, guys. All 27 cars scored this season, and I'm looking forward to doing maybe another series like this soon. But anyway, thanks for watching this whole series. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in a video soon. It's been Alex, I'm out of here. Goodbye.